Okay, next we are going to see how to call a function in detail. So just to emphasize that when you call a function, you need to consider three things. The first one is what are the return variables from the function. Second, what is the function name? And the third one, quite important, what is input or parameter you need to give into a function. Okay, next, let's see the example how to call functions. In this case, we want to calculate sum of two numbers. So we create function named FiSum. FiSum need two parameters as an input, which is integer a and integer b, and returned output of summation from these two integers. So in the body, function body, we need to calculate a plus b equal to another variable c, and we need to return this back. So when we call a function, we use function name, which is FiSum, put two parameters. In this case, we put 2 and 3. So because the function need to return something as an integer, then again we create integer x to receive the result from the functions. And x will be equal to 5 in this case. Next, we are going to show you again in detail about if we don't want to return things from the functions, what will we do? In this case, the same things, we want a function to sum between two numbers. So we need to input as a parameter integer a and b. But because this function, we don't want to return anything. So the keyword in C programming to not return is using void, V-O-I-D. You have to put it in front of the function name. So in the function body, you just do the normal calculation as before, like integer c equal to a plus b. And then you just print f in the functions to show the result out. And that's it. It doesn't return anything. When you call the function, so you don't need to create any variable to get things that return from the function because nothing returned back. And you just need to put two input parameter as request from the functions. So in this case, if you just print number 5 out on the screen without storing the number 5 in any variable. Sometimes you might be curious that main function is the function or not. Main function is a special function. Sometimes we call it a driver function because it is the first function in C programming that every time when you run the program, it has to execute these functions. And we call it driver functions because it is the function that used to trigger or call all the function and execute all the code that you work on. So this is a special one. You don't need to worry because you have to create it anyway every time you do a programming.